All right, welcome to our weekly supply chain security working group call at GitLab. Looks like we've got a couple things here. I can go ahead and vocalize them. So first one, it seems like there are a few items blocking us from using full CO and cosign for keyless signatures. Just wanted to confirm the timeline for these and who is the DRI for them.
So for those, we haven't figured out a DRI for them yet. As far as what I think we only have to do. So I'm trying to understand how important these issues are, and I commented on the first one, which is the OIDC issuer. I don't understand right now how OIDC is related. Like, I'm not sure how cosign is using it. Because the JWT from the CI jobs isn't produced by OIDC. It's just injected in there, and I don't know why cosign needs to use OIDC. So I'm trying to figure that out. I commented on the issue and tagged Stan and Marshall, who were discussing it, and so I'm hoping I'll hear back from them. But right now, I don't understand why that issue is needed. I haven't looked too much into the other ones yet, but the pull requests on the SigStore project are supposedly blocked by that issue. So if we don't even need to do it, that would be great. I don't understand right now why it's needed.
So we had a few people external to GitLab comment recently. Let me see if I can find a link to this. We might be able to ask them as well. In addition to Marshall and Stan, they might be able to help give some explanation as to why that OIDC work is needed. Carlos Pinedo. Let's see. Yeah, you might try tagging in Carlos as well. Yeah, it looks like that's the person who opened that MR into full CO as well. So yeah, I think that this I don't know Carlos, but Carlos might have some good understanding as to the details on that.
Yeah, I think a lot of these issues that we're looking at aren't very well documented, and so they're based on like prior conversations, and it's really they're communicated in a very high context way, meaning that like you have to understand the context to be able to understand the issue, and I don't understand any of the context. So I'm spending a lot of time trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, well, that makes sense. Let me know if there's any way I can help with those. Maybe I can try to reach out to Carlos, or you can. Maybe Carlos would even be willing to jump on a call with us. I don't know, but that might be, if that would be useful, let me know. I'm happy to try to help coordinate that. Okay, and then also just, this looks like mostly an FYI. Is it Ali, I think, or Ollie? I'm not sure. I scheduled a knowledge sharing call tomorrow, talking about the container registry images. So if you want to be added to that, please do.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be there, and I hope that once we have that call, we'll be able to better understand what changes we need to make to the registry to support the signature enhancement work that we want to do. I've been thinking, I've been looking at that and trying to figure out a high level implementation plan. But I'm trying to understand the APIs, because the registry APIs are built to conform to the Open Container Initiative specification. And I don't think we can do anything that's outside of the specification. Like if we want to be able to filter for images that aren't signatures, you know, we would have to have a special parameter to do that. And that parameter is not part of the specification, so I don't think we can add it. So we'd have to create like a completely separate API just to do that, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can we, I don't know much about the open container specification. Is that something we can contribute to or propose changes to that specification?
We can, but I think I'm not familiar with the process though, and I think it's probably pretty difficult to do.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, yeah, in that case, it sounds like probably just a separate internal API would be appropriate and needed.
Yeah, but I'm hoping to discuss that with Zhao tomorrow. I did comment on the epic and ask him what he thought, but I haven't heard anything back yet.
Okay. Sounds good. I think that's item number 2. And Brian, you have the third one here.
Yeah, that's me. So I created an issue board for the working group so that you can see what issues we have. There's not much in there right now, but as we start doing refinement and creating issues, it'll fill up. And there's really not much to work on right now because everybody's trying to figure out how this stuff works.
With that issue board, how is it that you plan to work? Do you want engineers to self-assign to issues and just pick them up? Or do you want to assign engineers to the issues? I think that was kind of part of the first question.
Yeah, I generally like Kanban styles, so engineers can just grab whatever it is that they like and, you know, to take it and move it to ready for development and in development. I don't really feel like I need to delegate tasks to people and like handpick stuff.
So just to confirm, once it's in ready for development, that you don't want them to help with any of the other sort of refinement of these issues?
I think help with refinement would be great too. So if someone thinks that if someone would like to try and refine an issue, then they can assign it to themselves and work on the refinement. It would be great to have the refinement be a collaborated effort too, because a lot of this stuff is really difficult to understand. So I'd love to hear what people think, you know. So if anybody wants to look at these issues that are in refinement and be like, hey, here's how I think we would solve this, like, how do you think this plan sounds? I'd love to do some of that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So at least for the engineers that are allocated 80% to this group, like the engineers from Govern, then would it make sense to have them pick one of the two items that we have currently in refinement and try to work on that, just creating a proposal over the next week. Okay, I think that's it then. Are there any other questions or comments or topics to discuss? All right, well, thanks everyone. Appreciate the update on these items, Brian. And thanks to those who contributed asynchronously to the document as well. And appreciate the chat today. Have a good week, everyone.
All right, see you later.
Gotcha.